Well, first of all, thank you so much for having us, and I'm so thankful to my team and staff who's do so much work in the Poor People's Campaign and repairs of the breach. I have immune deficiency because I have a chronic disease I've had since I was 20 years old. I've been fighting it for more than 30 years. So I had to immediately come off the road. Then the church that I pastor, a number of my people are medical professionals. A lot of them on the front line. A lot of them are delivering food. We run a senior citizens complex we've had to work with. I've been doing a lot of emotionally crying, Deborah. Deep, 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 hard crying. Pandemics exploit the fissures of our society. That's it's not pandemics will like contrast die. It will expose all of the historic inequalities and injustices that you did not deal with before the pandemic. And then on top of that, it hits our community even harder. It hits all poor people hard. Then it hits the Black world because of the concentration and because of the what we call the fissures and the wounds of the criminalization of poverty and structural racism.
Reverend Barber, you are out there talking to people. Tell us what you are hearing from the families who have no food on the table. How do they describe their situations to you?
Yeah, the hunger pains are hard out here. Our church alone is delivering almost 400 meals a day. And let me honor those who are out there putting on the mask and the gloves and delivering them. And they tell us that they can't go into homes and little children run out and get their plates. It is hard. It is tough out here for people who are trying to find food, who are trying to go to work, who are trying to stay in place, who are trying to survive. It's hard, it's hurtful, and we have to continue to stand up and try to make the difference and fill the gaps. Nelson Mandela, Dr. King, Fannie Lou Hamer, all of those warned us. It's a high time that America start hearing the warning, celebrating them after they're dead, and continuing in the same direction. And Tamron, one of the things that may be happening in this moment is we've been asking this question. A lot of people have asked it in the movement. What if you knew 48 hours from now was your last breath? What kind of world would you fight for with your last breath? What kind of justice would you fight for with your last breath? What kind of mercy? What kind of health care? This is the moment to say, I may not have my last breath, but on behalf of those who have taken their last breath, for those who may be threatened with their last breath, we're going to take our last breath and we're going to fight for the kind of society that closes these fissures, that closes these wounds, so that we don't have this susceptibility that we have now for pandemics.
Before I let you go, I have to ask you, what gives you hope? I know, obviously, your faith, but what leaves you with the thought that we have survived so many other horrible things through history and we can survive this?
Well, that is one of the things that gives me hope, that our people and people of the past have faced so many things. My grandmother lost a child in the swine flu in the early 1900s. But somehow, through her tears and her pain, she still raised her other children. Somehow, she still kept moving forward. Somehow, she came out of that more compassionate than she was callous. And I look back at the things people have come through. I also look at right now. I go talk to my friends up in Harlan County, Kentucky, coal miners and others who before this suffered black lung and felt like they were isolated. And they are saying this, even before this is no time to give up. And recently when we have calls, they are saying this, we have to fight for that better world. If this is the moment we take our last breath, we are going to use those last breaths to breathe into this society a better way of living. That's what gives me hope, in addition to my faith in the God who is never caught off guard by situations like this.